Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick and Plays for Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with the promo code DailyDog, D-A-I-L-Y-D-O-G, at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. That is one word, so no space in there. And get that 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Best deposit bonus out there, so take advantage of it. If you are on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. Please hit subscribe. Trying to get the YouTube subscriber numbers up a little bit. We are going to be getting the shows out a little bit earlier, starting tomorrow. Sorry, I've just been getting back in the swing of things after being on a very, very far off place in a very far off time zone. I was in the Maldives for my honeymoon, was there and had, 12-hour time difference from West Coast time. So days are nights, nights are days. But I'm getting back in the swing of things. And go to Maldives if you can. My God, that was beautiful. Best snorkeling I've ever seen in my life. And I've been in Hawaii and the Gulf and everywhere else. It was absolutely amazing. The fish, the turtles, the sharks. I love swimming with the sharks. The black tips are a little creepy. They're about 5-6 feet long. They're not going to attack you. They kind of are interested in you. They check you out. They, follow you, and they, when you make eye contact with them, they kind of go away. But it's still creepy. Nurse sharks as well. I got to say, one of the weirdest things I saw, we were at our little villa, and we were looking out off of our back patio, watching some other people snorkel by, and like 20 feet behind them, a black tip was just kind of following them, checking them out, following them. Again, it wasn't going to attack. It definitely wasn't, but it's just, they're like little dogs. They're kind of like curious, but it was kind of, if it was a tiger shark or something else, you'd be a little bit worried. But like 20 feet behind these people had no idea. This shark was just kind of scoping them out, followed for about, 50 yards, and then just went off out to sea. But exciting stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about snorkeling. I guess I'm still on the honeymoon trip there mentally. But let's get into it. Let's get into today's picks for the Daily Dog, episode 244. MLB entry number 1, Jake Burger, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. A lot of the resources I use have Jake Burger doing well today. I think that Jake Burger is kind of turning a little bit of a corner. He was the man for a while there last year, and he has not been the man yet this year. He had got sent down to AAA. He's working his way back up, but he has been making a little bit better contact here. Getting to face off against Bowden Francis of the Blue Jays, not an intimidating pitcher by any means. So give me Jake Burger higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for this putrid Rangers offense. Hopefully the offense goes through him. Then I'm going to take Lars Nootbaar, higher than 1.5 total bases against the Orioles, and Sugano, the young Japanese pitcher for the Orioles. He's not been dominant quite yet. He's early in his career. Nootbaar, though, is just a devastating leadoff man. So give me Nootbaar higher than 1.5 total bases. Jake Burger higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. 3.36x multiplier. Next up, we are going with Zach Neto of the Angels. My God, this dude is the best player on the Angels right now. Trout obviously has been hurt, and Trout is, whatever. Trout is Trout. But outside of him, Zach Neto is a beast. He got started late this season due to injury, but he has been a force to be reckoned with. Home run yesterday. I'm taking Neto higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Carlos Rodon and the Yankees. I think this is a good matchup for Neto. I don't think Rodon is that dominant. Then I'm taking Nick Castellanos of the Phillies higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Spencer Strider and the Phillies. I know that Castellanos, he's got two home runs off of Strider actually in his career. Hopefully he just gets, if he gets a home run, that's great. But drive in a run, get a couple hits, whatever. Let's get it, Castellanos. I think that we are definitely going to see a win by the Phillies in this game. So Neto higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Castellanos higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. 3x multiplier. NBA entry number 2. Got a couple NBA entries brewing here in this game between the Pacers and the Knicks. I'm going to take Pascal Siakam higher than 19.5 points. I think Siakam is going to get another one of those aggressive performances that this team needs. I think that he's going to get deep into the 20s here, and I think that the Pacers are going to win at home. And then I'm going to take Karl-Anthony Towns on the other side, higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. A little bit of a reduced multiplier, but again, it's about winning slips. It's not necessarily about having all big payouts, although we do have some of those coming on later in the show. So Siakam higher than 19.5 points. Karl-Anthony Towns higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. 2.64x multiplier. Next up, I'm going to be fading a star. I'm going to take Jalen Brunson, lower than 29.5 points. I tried to fade a star yesterday. That was not good. I tried to, I took lower with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and he went for 40 yesterday, so that wasn't beautiful. But let's go back to that well with fading a star. Jalen Brunson lower than 29.5 points. Again, I think that the Pacers are going to do good in this game, and part of that reason is because Tyrese Haliburton, higher than 3.5 3-pointers made. He shoots weird, but I think that he's going to make 4 more 3-pointers in this game as they get a victory in Indiana. 3.48x multiplier on that one. NHL entry number 1, Leon Draisaitl, higher than 0.5 goals. Draisaitl at home, we're always going to be taking Draisaitl to score goals in basically every playoff game. I mean, he's just too good at scoring not to, and you're getting an enhanced multiplier for some reason. Then I'm going to take Mikael Granlund, higher than 0.5 points. Granlund is a guy that's a little bit forgotten, but he has had some good spots in the playoffs. I think that he's going to get involved on the score sheet here, but I do think the Oilers are going to win this game. That's 3.83x if we get a point out of Granlund and a goal from Leon Draisaitl. Next up, we're going NHL entry number 2. Stuart Skinner, lower than 2.5 goals against. A little bit scary considering what I just said about Mikael Granlund, but I still think Skinner is going to only allow 1 or 2 goals in this game. So Stuart Skinner lower than 2.5 goals against, and then Mikko Rantanen on the other side. We're going to take Rantanen higher than 2.5 shots on goal. Rantanen needs to be aggressive here in a tough spot. That is a 3x multiplier. Let's get to pitchers. I didn't do pitchers yesterday because we didn't have a lot of games starting later in the evening, but today we're going to go with Logan Webb plus Jack Flaherty, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Logan Webb, awesome pitcher, hard to get runs on, even if you are this dominant lineup for the Detroit Tigers. And then with Jack Flaherty, I think he can get 1 clean inning here. That's all I need. So let's go lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed between Webb and Flaherty in that Giants Tigers game. Then we're going to go to Athletics against the Astros. JP Sears plus Hunter Brown, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think that these guys are going to be just fine. I think they're going to be clean for 4 or 5 innings, to be honest. 2.24x multiplier in that one. Pitchers number 2, Spencer Strider, Ranger Suarez, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think Strider is not hitting his stride yet, and I think that there's some guys who've had good matchups against Ranger Suarez as well. Then I'm going to pair that with Bowden Francis, Nathan Eovaldi, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think they get out of the first inning. I think Eovaldi definitely does. I think Francis starts to break down later in the first half of this game. That is going to be a 2.8x multiplier. Lotto entry number 1. We are going to go with Pascal Siakam, higher than 22.5 points. So 3 more points than what we had in our first slip. But I think Siakam is going to have a big game, as I said. So 22.5 points, very doable there. Then I'm picking Connor McDavid, higher than 0.5 goals. I mean, I'm like a broken record, but McDavid and Draisaitl to score. I mean, why would you not take it? These 2 guys are the best of the best. So team needs it. I think there's a good chance that they get this done here. And then next one, Jackson Merrill of the Padres against the Marlins. Jackson Merrill higher than 2.5 total bases here, alt over as well. 14.98x if you go 3 out of 3. Flex it 7.49x or 2.09x. Usually I recommend flexing the lottos, but this one isn't that crazy of a long shot. I really like this one. So you want around 14 to 1 odds on that. Give me the Siakam higher than 22.5 points. David goal. Merrill higher than 2.5 total bases. 14.98x multiplier. Let's get into the Dong squad. I did 2 Dong squads again. I couldn't resist. I don't know. I just miss. I love the Dong squad. The Dong squad's the most fun entries of the day. We're going to go Shohei Ohtani, higher than 0.5 home runs. Zach Neto, higher than 0.5 home runs. Kyle Schwarber, higher than 0.5 home runs. 43.18x multiplier. Flex at 21.59x or 4.93x flex. Dong squad number 2. Well, actually, let's go back to that one a little bit. Shohei, obviously, baby versus anybody. Shohei can hit a home run. Zach Neto against Rodon, really good matchup, as I noted earlier. And then Schwarber against Strider. Again, I think he's got really good odds to get a really good chance to get one in this matchup, just because I am not a big Strider guy. I know that might be like sacrilegious or something. But I really just I think Schwarber is going to be able to get it done versus the long Strider himself. All right, next Dong squad. Aaron Judge, higher than 0.5 home runs. It's not fun, not sexy, but it's a great matchup versus Tyler Anderson. Then I'm going to go with Yandy Diaz, higher than 0.5 home runs. Good hitting weather. Once again, it's Steinbrenner Field down there in Tampa. And then Josh Lowe, higher than 0.5 home runs. That is going to be, and Josh Lowe, not Brandon, Josh Lowe, higher than 0.5 home runs. another guy down there in Tampa. 61.29x or 30.64x, 8.65x flex. I recommend flexing these, flex both these, mix and match these guys, do a 6-leg super flex. I don't care, but I like a lot of these guys to hit home runs. Let's get all 6 of them. French Open, I had one entry yesterday. I didn't get done because my man Leonard Etienne could not win a set, but it is what it is. We're back at the well. We're going Mariano Navone, higher than 37.5 games played versus Riley Opelka, and Hugo Humbert, the Frenchman, lower than 1.5 sets lost. That's a 3.51x multiplier. All right, that's all I got for you today. Good luck on your picks. Let's make some money.